Whether you're a seasoned player or you've just picked up Abiotic Factor, you should follow these pro tips to get the absolute best start for you and your friends. Tip 1. Never run out of water again. The sinks scattered across the facility in Abiotic Factor refill very slowly and aren't a reliable source of clean water. But did you know that you can boil tainted water to obtain clean drinking water? Unfortunately, you do lose 3/4 of the water in the process. You will eventually unlock more efficient ways of cleaning the water, but for now, do this. Grab a platform cart and as many water coolers or barrels as you can. Navigate towards the closest water source. There is one here, right in front of the tram station, the swimming pool on the second floor, or the small water feature on the third floor, whichever is closest to your base. Simply select the empty cooler or barrel in your inventory. Hover over the tainted water and hit fill. Repeat till all of your containers are full. You could unload them into your cart that you've brought, or simply ride the cart as it seems to remove the weight penalty and just roll on home. Place all of these tainted water containers down nearby your stoves and boil as many as possible. You don't have to worry about them overboiling either, so there is no need to stand around and wait. Tip 2. Prevent unwanted spawns. If you've built your base in a larger, more unprotected area, you might find that some enemies spawn in and or around your base. Not ideal. But did you know, if you place down a powered crafting bench, you can disable enemy spawns within that radius. Be sure to add a battery to keep it powered during the night, and you won't see any more enemies spawning in this location. Keep in mind though, this does not prevent robots from respawning. Tip 3. Enemy weaknesses and resistances. The majority of enemies have something that they are weak to, and something that they are resistant to. Early game, you really only have access to two types, sharp and blunt. Enemies like pests and peccaries are both weak to blunt weapons like desk legs, but human-like enemies like the grunt, medic, or captain are weaker to sharp like the kitchen knife or the makeshift spear. It is wise to carry at least two types of weapons on you at one time. If one weapon isn't effective, swap to the other so that you aren't at a disadvantage. The containment robots that you see around the earlier areas of the facility are resistant to blunt weapons and are relatively hazardous to approach. You can use base defenses like shock traps and even Tesla coils to defeat these. A little tip though, the robot on level 3 can easily be lured into the electrified water for a very easy defeat. Tip 4. Stay full and hydrated. Managing your needs whilst fighting enemies and gathering resources can become overwhelming, especially early game. Keeping yourself both well fed and hydrated bestows a perk that allows you to not only heal faster, but also lose stamina 10% slower. We've already covered how to keep your water supplies stocked, but how do you stay full? For the first 3 levels in cooking, you will have to resort to cooking and eating irradiated meat dropped when cutting up pests and peccaries. Do try and get to level 3 in cooking as soon as possible though to unlock the soup recipes. Soups can be cooked by filling a cooking pot with water, throwing it onto the stove, and adding the ingredients. Once cooked and placed, this will provide you with 4 portions of soup that can be collected with a soup bowl. Soups will fill both your thirst and hunger bar simultaneously, while also providing powerful buffs depending on the soup consumed. The simple tomato soup is one of the easiest soups to make and offers the buff Super Satisfied that slows hunger and thirst drain by 20%. But if you are trying to level up certain skills, there are also soups for that too. The Sustenance soup, which requires just a single military MRE, increases your accuracy and reloading experience gain by 10%. The Bland Pea soup, which requires canned peas and salt, will increase your sneaking and sprinting experience gain by 10% also. And a veggie soup made from potato, antiverse wheat, and a super tomato will grant you 10% experience gains in agriculture. Tip 5. The portal world resets. Depending on your server settings, facility items won't respawn by default. This means that you'll be encouraged to farm for resources within the portal worlds that you unlock as you progress. It's key to remember the resources that you come across when you are exploring these worlds so you know where to return to when you need more. Portal worlds reset every 3 days in-game, about 2 hours in real life. You will see the message in the chat at midnight when they reset. This allows players to return to the worlds that they have visited to collect resources again. Far Garden can be farmed for more anti-verse wheat, and Flat Hill for military MREs, salt, tomato seeds, furniture like lamps, and of course the power cells. The facility in Abiotic Factor is practically a maze, and you are bound to get lost. A lot. There are forms of faster travel that are unlocked later, but for now you can craft deployable beacons that can be placed near points of interest, like portals or tram stations, so you can easily find them again. These will be highlighted on your HUD so they can be seen from far away. These are my best tips to keep you and your friends alive in Abiotic Factor. If this video has helped you, please do hit that like button and subscribe for even more awesome tips and tricks videos. If there are any tips that you found to help you start out in Abiotic Factor, be sure to let me know in the comments below. I'm ThatBitRick, and until next time.